Hello and welcome to the next stream from our #DiscoverLC virtual open event. We're talking all things support, mental health support right now, and we are joined by the wonderful Alessandra. So let me bring her in right now. Hi, Alessandra. How you doing?
Hello, everyone. Hi, Ashton. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Do you want to sort of tell us a little bit about sort of yourself, maybe introduce yourself a little bit and your role at the college?
Yeah, sure. So my name is Alessandra, and I work as a mental health and well-being coordinator. I work in the area of student support services, and the team I work with is called Aspire, and we provide the mental health and well-being support to all students at college. And Aspire stands for a very long and complicated name, but what you really need to know is that what we do is that we provide the mental health and well-being support to students at college. And I think I'm very happy to be talking about our services during this week, is because starting at college is such an exciting moment, because it's a very good opportunity for people and for students for personal growth, and everything is new. So you may want to contact us, though, because despite everything is new, it could be sometimes a little bit anxious. So like all new experiences, it can be exciting, but it's also natural to feel a little bit anxious about it. So you may start thinking, oh, I have to make new friends, or I have to travel to college, I have to learn different ways of being organized. So this is all perfectly natural, and it's also very exciting. But if you ever feel overwhelmed about this, please contact us. And what happens when you contact us is that you probably have one-to-one chat with me. So we will sit down if the social distancing allow, or we will do it over the phone. And we will have a discussion first about what is worrying you. So what are your concerns? And then together we will try to find what's the most appropriate support that we can offer you. And the type of support that we offer at Aspires are mostly activities that will help students to connect with other students, for example. So we have social activities, both inside and outside the college, that students can sign in, and they can do them in a group, and it's a great opportunity for meet other students. And we are also gonna offering learning opportunities during the year for knowing a little bit more about what mental health is and how we can keep a positive mental health. And one example is a workshop that we're planning in September and in October for about resilience and how to facilitate your transition into college. And then we also provide direct support. This type of support is mental health support that can be either one-to-one or in groups. So with other students, for example, if you have anxiety, and there are other students at college that contact us because they're struggling with some anxiety, we may offer you group sessions, like on a weekly basis, with other students that are experiencing your same difficulties. So this is just an overview about what we offer, and if you want to know a little bit more about us, you can visit our page on the Leicester College website, and you can find there a form about how to contact us. There are also some self-help resources available there, and some useful links. You can also email our service. And here you can see on the screen our service email address. And if you want to text us, you can use this service phone number for text only. And so this was my brief overview, and I'm happy to answer to any questions.
Amazing. So a lot of obviously what you offer is dependent on the students that reach out to you. You know, if people are struggling, the best thing they can do is reach out and start getting that help from you. But what is the best way to, within the college, reach out to you? Is it via the email, or is it talking to tutors? What's the best way to sort of get that support?
So we have different ways. There are different ways that students can reach out to us. They can do it by self-referring themselves. So they can go, as I say, either on our page on the Leicester College website, and in there they will find a form. They can fill that form, and then we will get a notification, and we'll be in contact with the students as soon as possible.
Amazing.
The other way is via email, so they can refer themselves via email, and or if they don't want to self-refer themselves, they want to speak with their tutor, for example, first, or if they have a mentor, they can talk to them, and then they would refer them to us. So there are different ways that this could be done.
Amazing. And if you are watching and you do have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments, and Alessandra will do her best to answer them. So if you are sort of wondering anything, do make sure you pop it in the comments, and we'll do our best to answer them. The other sort of question I had for you as well is, what kind of exercises can students expect in terms of this, like the social aspect of Aspire? So what kind of things should they expect to sort of walk into?
Yeah, so we have planned some activities. For example, in September, we're planning some group walks, if social distancing allows. Otherwise, we are planning to do these walks in sort of like a small route that people can do individually, and then maybe share their pictures and try to get engaged in this way. So this all depends a lot, and probably everyone has heard about this so many times already, but it all depends on the guidelines about social distancing. But we are offering activities either face-to-face in groups or online. And another type of activities that we're planning for November, I think, is mindfulness sessions. So this would be given online, as well as yoga sessions. So this is another way to be engaged in a group by doing something that can be done also online. And other activities would be, if social distancing allows, would be to go to theater together with other students. And so these are some of the offers that we have. And there will be a full calendar at the beginning of the term where students can use to sign in as well.
So it's really like quite a large range of activities people can go to. If you're not necessarily into going for walks, you can maybe go to the theatre. There's lots of different options for students to sort of meet those new friends. So when they contact you initially, is it they immediately go into those sort of, they get options to go on those trips, or can they sort of, or those sessions, or can they sort of just book onto the sessions like outside of talking to you, or is it only via you guys?
So with us it would be primarily through referral through me or to the service to Aspire first, because it's a way together to see whether the social activity is something that is actually appropriate for the students at that moment. And but then there's all the offer that from the set team that people can just and I think they're going to be speaking later. And so this is kind of different in the sense that for us is a way of supporting students that are going through some mental health difficulties or some emotional difficulties. And so that type of activity would be a way to support them, but it would be decided together with a sort of one-to-one assessment and chat with our team first.
Amazing. And is there like a limit on how long a student can be part of the Aspire program, or is it sort of like if they need it, it's going to be there and they can sort of come back whenever they need to?
It's usually like if they come to us for an assessment, and then if we offer, for example, a one-to-one support, those would be like on a short term. So there would be like a few meetings. But of course, if students need later on, they can always refer themselves back. So that's no problem. And we have some group supports that support groups that are over the course of 6 weeks. and so they will be engaged with us for 6 weeks. But again, once, and also for the social activities, like participating in one activity doesn't exclude other activities, so they can always come back and ask for more if they want to.
Fantastic. So what would you say to a student who, is suffering with like that emotional issues, but doesn't know if it's like bad enough to sort of join Aspire? Is there sort of like a limit on, how bad it can be to be able to get involved, or is it, if you feel that you need it, you're allowed it?
Yeah. I think it's a very it's a very difficult concept to know how bad I'm actually feeling bad or anxious. Yeah. And so, especially as I said, like during this starting in a new college, it's really normal to feel anxious. But when I would say that when you start feeling overwhelmed, which means that these emotions are impacting your life at college, they're impacting your studies, or you notice a change in your daily activities. So that's where we could say it's time maybe to contact us. Mm-hmm. And but if the students keep checking our web page, we will update it with also some forms that students can use to kind of self-assess themselves. And then based on those forms, so they can decide to contact us if the outcome suggests to ask for help. And also there are some self-help resources that people can use to see how natural it is to feel that anxious, for example.
Yeah, cool.
But in doubt, so always contact us. I think it's
amazing. So I have put a link in the comments. So if you are watching, sort of have a look at the Aspire page. Do have a look on the page and maybe start looking at the resources that are there to you. Will students be able to sort of contact you maybe before term officially starts? Obviously, given that at this point we don't know necessarily when we're all going to be back in the college, but would students be able to contact you maybe just before term starts? If they're just nervous, they're not sure what's going on, would they be able to get in contact with you?
Yeah, exactly. Yes, they can. And I have already received some students' queries. So again, it's natural to feel worried. So just contact us, and we can try as much as we can. Because of course, with this unprecedented time, it's very hard to give a definite answer on what is going to happen in September. But we're definitely we're here, and I'm happy to support any students that have any questions. And as a self-disclosure, I'm also new to college. I'm relatively new to college, so I do understand that people have a lot of questions about what the service is.
Yeah, I mean, even as adults starting a new job at a place like the college. I mean, I only started in February, so it's quite that transition is that transition is quite difficult even now. So as a young person, if you're 16 or to 18, or even an adult student, that is quite a scary transition. So this is there for you to get involved in, and don't sort of feel like you're not allowed because you're an adult student. Oh, I'm sure adult students are still able to get involved with the Aspire
program. We offer services to all students. So and again, it's in the doubt. It's always good to ask. So even just if you're not sure, just send us an email, and then we can move forward from there. Like there's no harm in asking questions, and if just please ask, and please reach out to us if you have any doubts or any questions. And
can I ask sort of as well, obviously it would vary on like a case-by-case basis and by individual, but what kind of support, as in like a one-to-one support, can you offer to the students?
So the most traditional one would be talking with the student about what their concerns are, what their problems are in different areas of their life. So, for example, if they're struggling with social life and having friends, or if they're struggling with their mental health or emotional well-being, or if they're struggling with sleep. So we're talking, first we're going to be talking about what are the what is worrying the student, and then from there we will we will explore the different supports that we offer, and decide together what the students feel that is better or not. And so this would be the most traditional way of providing one-to-one support, and we'll also be doing like a plan together with the student on what are the next steps and in terms of support and how to see. So in terms of support, and we're also providing some drop-in sessions, and so that students that feel like they want to get some emotional support, they will have some hours during the week where we're open for drop-in session as well. So that's a new thing that we're offering this year compared to other years as well.
Fantastic. So if students aren't sort of willing to make that commitment to really sort of sending themselves in and putting in, they have those drop-in sessions just to come in and just sort of talk to people without that pressure of having to be really, really involved yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. So we're sort of going to be wrapping up very soon. If you do have any questions, do pop them in the comments now, and we'll try to answer them. But just sort of really from you, what sort of advice would you give to students at home now who are applying? Like what is your sort of little tidbit of advice that you'd like to give them, starting college with us this September?
I think
put you on the spot a bit.
I would probably tell them to try and enjoy this moment, because I think it's a great opportunity for personal growth, for meeting friends, for getting independent. So try to enjoy that, and if you feel anxious about it, just tell yourself that it is okay to feel anxious about it, but try to focus on what you can control. So at the moment, there are many things that we can't control because of this coronavirus situation. So don't try not to control like things. For example, what is going to happen? Am I going to be going back to college, or will it be online? Or these are things that are out of our control and your control. So try to focus on what you can control. So, for example, focusing on starting this new experience for you, and how you can best take advantage from this experience, and how you can spend this time from now until you start to do things that you want to do that you may not be able once you start college because you're going to be busy. So just
cool. Thank you. No, that's really good. Cool. So I think we'll wrap it up there. But thank you so much for joining me, Alessandra. That was really useful, and I hope that everyone watching can also find that. I'm gonna end the stream with the links to getting in touch with you on the screen. So if you are not sure yet, but they will be there for you. So I do suggest that even if you're not sure, the worst thing that can happen is that the email doesn't go through. So just put the email through, register that, make sure that we're aware of it, and that nothing bad's going to happen from that. So
exactly.
I can suggest doing that. If any of your questions haven't been answered, or you have any sort of other questions after the stream's ended, do message us on Instagram or Facebook, or email us on the link either on the screen or at info@leicestercollege.ac.uk, and we'll do our best to answer your questions. But for now, we'll leave that there. But thank you again so much for joining me, Alessandra. That was really useful.
Thank you.
So let me just pop this link back up on the screen quickly before we wrap things up. And we'll see you very soon for the student enrichment team. But for now, I will leave you with this. So again, thanks very much, guys, and we'll see you later.